once again, everybody! This is BlekGhost, and there's a new Spec Ops out! Woo! Cry Havoc is finally out. You get to see the new cosmic-powered Havoc here, and play against this thing. I'm gonna click Not Yet, so I get the brand new spinner. The last time I did the spinner, I got 20 command points, so I bought myself a brand spanking new Dr. Stephen Strange, so now I have a decent PvP team, so hopefully I can get some decent PvP rewards. Let's go with this one. Let's go with the bottom right corner. Ah, it's a scarab thing. Okay. But you can see the new spinner, a bunch of unstable ISO, you know, you have your random ISO chip, it'll level up with you. You got your 10 gold, you have your 20 command points, and the various things that you will basically use as PvP bonuses. You won't hardly ever actually use them. This actually looks like it might be useful otherwise. But it's poisoned and stun, yeah, there's stuff that does that. You might as well just use it as a PvP bonus. And the random weapon win is a quick action, raise shield and absorbs coming damage, cosmic energy on the agent, prevents radiation exposure. Oh, prevents radiation exposure is great, because you can't really do anything about that unless you have a remove debuff thing. And you can get cosmic energy, increases defense. Great, cool, awesome. I wouldn't use the spinner for all that stuff. Just keep going daily and daily. Alright, so I'll collect my dudes. Thanks for doing what you were doing while you were doing it. Thanks for doing what you're doing while you're doing it. Express yourself. Alright, anyway. Sorry, I'm in a little sing-songy mood today. No, I don't want this. I want this. Spec Ops. Ba -ba -ba -ba. So you got a couple different things. Obviously they've basically figured out how they're doing Spec Ops from now. They're gonna do tasks, and you have 25 tasks before you get the hero, Havoc. But you get a couple of weapons in the meantime, and then the first thing you unlock is a PvP bonus item that also has an on-use use, which is usually not as good as just slotting it in, excuse me, to your PvP. This is a relatively, I mean, since I don't have a lot of other weapons, that would probably be useful. Put some dizzy upgrade, might put slow on there next time. This thing's alright, I think. Ambient charge, increases the damage, it's not too bad. Scythe of guaranteed hit, that's nice. And grants cosmic energy for each hit, that's not too bad. It might buff up nice. This is actually seen this in PvP a lot, it's pretty nice, and it keeps rebuffing you with burns. I don't know who this dragoon lady is, but the Dragon's Kiss, the Dragoness, yeah. I've actually never heard of her before. Hardly heard of the Living Pharaoh either. Oh, there he is, Havoc, roar. And so you can win, yeah, this from the first boss. This is from Mystique in the second boss. Gives you an evasion buff and has follow-up shot a chance. And Source of the Nile gives you damages enemies that use energy attacks, heals allies that use energy attacks. Nice buff for energy attacks. So they're trying to push energy attacks, I guess, this time around. Oh, the Hellfire Club continues to mobilize mutant assets. This time we've got a report that they have brought the Living Pharaoh out of stasis and stashed him somewhere near. We've got the Utopia set background setting. Who's our man on the inside? Havoc. He's been inside the Hellfire Club since the Pulse, and for reasons known only to himself, is only coming forward now. It was a decision I made with our half of the Inner Circle. She's Emma Frost as part of the Hellfire Club. If you didn't play that Spec Op, Tony, we had our reasons. And now I'm here, and since I'm the only one who blocked the Living Pharaoh's first transformation, I'm the best option to take him out this time. The Hellfire Club is protecting him. They've brought in Constrictor and Bullseye as muscle, but we have yet to see Abdal himself, who I assume is the name of the Living Pharaoh. He's in there. I saw him. I know where he is. Yep. And I can assure you that not all the Hellfire Clubs are supportive of this or knew about it. Great. Okay, so let's go kick some Hellfire Club dudes in the teeth. Alright, so there's a best way to go through this, and if you actually go scoot up here to the to supports and click on the forums, you can find in one of, I think it may have been moved to the guides, but either in guides or in general for the Marvel Avengers Alliance forums, you can find the Spec Ops guide, and it is brilliant. I go by it all the time, use it, love it, make love to it if possible. Again, if you have friends who have given you ISO, do not accept it until after you've started the thing, because it will not show up otherwise. So do not accept ISOs until after you start, or else all the ISOs that you accept will in fact suck. Also, make sure to accept EMP grenades, because you can actually really use them well at the start of the boss battle for this one. EMP grenades make the battle so much easier. Alright, so there's all that, got that under control. Alright, so the ideal path is to take this medium threat first. You'll basically do all the threats. You don't have to send all the guys out. Alright, what do we got? What are we fighting? Alright, I can deal with this. We're gonna go Hawkeye and Invisible Woman. So I may just skip through this, or I may just fast forward it for you guys so you can not sit here and get ripped apart by these. They're basically just regular basic Hellfire soldiers. Nothing to write home about. I know one of the last Spec Op that I showed you guys had unique modeled bad guys. These are just, you know, the bosses, the couple of the bosses are unique models, but most of these guys are the same guys we've been seeing. You know, just got a same thing that Hawkeye has. Small debuffs. The Hellfire elites have the advanced weaponry and can do backup calls, and those are a pain in the butt. If you have something that removes buffs, I would remove it, especially on the green elite. Alright, so I just skipped through some of the interesting dialogue that popped up that said, oh no, look, it's Bullseye, or they brought in the Constrictor, they're paying for people to stop here. But as you can see, the second mission here is get a distress call, so hopefully you have somebody chillin' who you can visit and say, hey buddy, you want to come help me out and give me a little phone so I can give you a buzz when I need a little help? That'd be cool, man. Would be really cool. Turns out, yes I do. So make sure that you haven't picked up all of your distress calls for the day. And then a mini boss. So you just go in here and you pick either Constrictor or Bullseye. I usually go Constrictor first because he's a lot easier to do. Because Bullseye actually, he has the advantage over Havoc because he's the tactician. At the end of that last fight, Invisible Woman decided she was going to level up, so I'm going to go ahead and start her up. We'll go ahead and beat up Constrictor, and then I'll do the next level after this. Alright. You're a man of the hour. Living Pharaoh's a big fan. Yeah, it's because you charge him up. Subcontracting out for the Brotherhood? Yeah, well, they got tons of money. And, you know, they don't have a rich professor looking after him. Alright, so Hawkeye, you gotta go. You're gonna get pounded here. What else do I got? Yes! Time to get fested. Alright. So, I'll go ahead and start this up quick so you can see the different attacks. It's fun. Constrictor will actually work as if he was a hero. So he will, in this fight, he will use a recovery pack, or a health pack, or he will use a strike patch. He will use some of this inventory buffs on himself, which is kind of cool. It's fun that they did that. These guys are elites. The next mission is defeat 3 elites. So you want to do the hard, the red challenge, and the other boss, which is Bullseye. And just remember to bring in somebody who can either pound down the guys on the side, tactician to pound down those guys, or bring an infiltrator to try to defend against Bullseye. And that's the next mission. And then after that, I think you just go right to the boss and beat the boss. Pretty simple there. You can basically pound all the way out through to the first research, which is that little blue pyramid thing I showed you. And there, see, Havoc's got 4 attacks you can play with. Shattering Punch, which actually doesn't cost any stamina. It's a free attack, and it will melt the armor on one of these fellows. He's got a remove buff attack, Plasma Wave, that uses half of his stamina. Always uses half of his stamina, I'm pretty sure. The more stamina he has, the more powerful Plasma Wave and Plasma Spheres are. So he'll always use half of his stamina to make his most powerful. So if you don't have a lot of stamina, you can hit Channel Energy, which is a quick attack, and will bring back some of your stamina. So I'm just gonna go ahead and hit one of these dudes to try to remove his elite buff, which means he can't do his call out, which gives everybody a retaliation strike, and he didn't either, so that's good. And now we'll see Constrictor. He just does his whip crack, and he does a double whip as well, which does there it is, ping pong, just hit you twice. Whip crack, come here. Constricted, oh yeah, next attack against this target will be guaranteed hit, which kind of sucks, but it's not all that bad. So yeah, I'm going to be able to just pound through these guys, and when I'm done, we'll finally have it all put together. Alright, so there you go. Make sure that you do the red next for the elites, and then do the other boss separate. You have to do the other boss separate, so that you can get enough elites to save through. But don't worry if you don't, because you do have to get 2-star mastery of this mission eventually. So if you have to play through again, that's fine. You'll have to play through again eventually. After you finish the research for the pyramid dude. Oh crap, I'm getting pounded. No! Okay, this could be rough. After you finish the research for the pyramid dude, you will have to use his attack, punch, punch, punch. So if you go back to restart the first level, you're going to want to get to the point where one of these bosses show back up, and then man, I gotta put some status effects on them. You want to get to the point where these bosses show up and then hit them with Shattering Punch 3 times. That will also unlock the side mission, which will start giving you magnetic lockboxes towards unlocking Magneto, who is not another hero, who they said wasn't going to be another hero. He's actually a villain. He's not actually a new agent like they teased it might be. No, he's just a new villain. So make sure that if you start again, just do the hard, the first one that you see, the harder of the 2 options, and wait once you see the bosses come back on. So that's it. Hopefully this will help you guys the first part. Once I get to that next section, maybe I'll show you some of it. I'll show you the start of the magnetic lock boxes and that sort of thing. And hopefully I don't lose this battle. Alright guys, thanks.